Greetings, YouTube. See that title above my head? I'd like to say I made it up, or that I plucked it from the pages of The Onion or maybe Cracked magazine. But it's an actual organization. One of the founding members of and director, listed as director until 2009, was Christine O'Donnell, the apple in the eye of the Tea Party in Delaware. She just stole the GOP nomination in that state. Now you might be asking yourself, what does SALT stand for? What is one of their core beliefs? Well, one of their core beliefs is that they have an anti-masturbation stance. Stop for a second. Let that percolate into your head. They are against masturbation. In fact, they think it is an act of adultery against your future spouse. Yes, that right there is full of dumb. Now, the idea that anyone could be opposed to masturbation in the 21st century is kind of stunning. It is, without a doubt, the safest form of sexual practice that there is. You can't catch anything, you can't get pregnant, and no one's ever going to say no. In addition, it's good for you. Endorphins, things like that, stress release. And in fact, one of our government officials at one point recommended it as a viable alternative to engaging in sexual activity that could put you at risk for disease or pregnancy. She was fired shortly after saying that. But how does one enforce an anti-masturbation policy? What do you do? Do you check to see if people are relaxed? Do you see if they wear glasses or they have hairy palms? What are the policies and the guidelines? What is the platform for an anti-masturbation policy? So yes, this woman is just a smidge off plumb. In fact, I'm going to link an article that discusses the fact that she's probably unelectable. But I'm not here to talk about whether she can be elected or not. I'm here to talk about this really strange ministry that she used to be a member of, or could possibly still be a member of. I don't know if she's any longer listed as the director, but she was as of 2009. Because, you know, wackiness like this doesn't just disappear overnight. This kind of thing pervades your worldview. Another thing that pervades her worldview is an anti-gay stance, so it shouldn't come as any shock here. If you're saying that somehow masturbation breaks your covenant with God, it isn't really a stretch to imagine that you see that the gay people are somehow not acceptable to that same God. So I'm hoping that this is widely distributed to the world. I believe the Young Turks have discussed it already. In fact, Cenk is extremely amused by this particular candidate and is looking forward to her election come November. I don't think she can be elected either, and I also find her amusing, though she is on some level kind of sad, because anyone who is this repressed to think that they could be telling other people not to engage in activity that harms no one is kind of sad. So I guess in November we'll see if she can actually be elected. But until then, I think it's important that the whole world get to know as much as you can about Christine O'Donnell and SALT. But remember, there is no love more sincere than self-love.